just start. Honestly, just start. That thing, that desire, that idea, that nudging that God has placed so deep in you, just start. Because especially if it is God that is instructing you and leading you, because there's a form of not just peace but progress that comes from faith in God and obedience in God. There's a very peculiar story in the Bible if you read Exodus, and if you also read in Hebrews, but Hebrews really does justice to it if you read chapter 3 and chapter 4, where the author of Hebrews was saying the children of Israel, they did not enter into God's rest because of their unbelief. So what actually made the children of Israel not to enter into God's rest was actually two things. First of all was their unbelief, and secondly was their disobedience. And if we learn from our Bible that Abraham believed God and it was counted to him for righteousness, that means when we don't believe God, it is counted as unrighteousness. We should understand that progress will not be possible until that instruction is obeyed. That was why the way the children of Israel were stagnated for something that would have just cost them how many years to enter, it cost them an extra 40 years because they did not really believe God. God told them, I will lead you into a land flowing with milk and honey. But yet Moses went to the mountain to just be with God for like some time. Before he came back, they already built calves and were worshipping an idol when they had a God that told them he will lead them to the promised land. Even when he told them to go and take the land, they said, the people are like giants and we're like grasshopper before them. And many of us were always quick to like judge the children of Israel, but we are like them. God has told you, start that thing, start that business, start that course, do that thing, and we're thinking, what will people say? What if it goes wrong? What if? And we keep delaying the progress that God has planned for us. And when we eventually start, we'll be like, why did I not just start? I'm sure that's how the Israelites felt when they finally got into Canaan. Why did you not just go? And you might feel there's time and everything. Yes, there's actually time, because time is the best. Yeah, we all know that. But some of the Israelites did not actually make it to the promised land. Yeah, because the extra 40 years that they were wandering, serving strange gods, some died, some got old. Even Moses did not make it to the promised land, that Joshua had to take over. So just start. And the sooner we start, the better, because if you are able to relate to the parable of the talents in Matthew chapter 24, rather, if you read from verse 15 to 30, how different servants had different talents and they went to trade with it. That is how it is with the resources that God has given us. Not just the resources, the talents, the opportunities, the gifts. Some of us have access to people that other people practically pay money to see. We have access to them, but yet we have not really made use of these resources that God has given to us, and we'll actually give account for it. And we should know that it is not just in us. We have a responsibility. In fact, life itself is a responsibility. So you have life, you have an opportunity, you have a talent, you have resources, you have ideas. They are yours to steward for the purpose of God. So whatever it is, just start. There's no time again. I remember how I struggled to make this video. Like, I've been struggling with it since last year, December. Everybody's making videos. What will they say? What if I just put on my camera now and just go and blot out one thing on Instagram and everybody starts dragging me, and what if? And honestly, since the time of disobedience, when I did not obey this instruction till now, I have not really known that peace, because there's always that void of, that there's something you are supposed to believe in. There's something that, God has put in your heart, but you are not just letting it flow. And thank God for the people God surrounded me with. I had good friends, and in the midst of one intense night prayers like that, there was a word of prophecy that just came, bam, and I was like, this is me. So you might not be as fortunate as I am to hear an audible voice of prophecy from someone, or have a dream and see everything. Some of us, God may not speak audibly to us till we die, but we know the nudgings He has placed in us, and the sooner we lean into them, the sooner we begin to attend to them, the faster our progress becomes. So just start. Peace.